Stop scrolling. I need you to hear this. Inside your body, right now, as you watch this, there are 37 trillion cells. Each one carries a message, a code so complex, so precise, so intentional that the greatest minds on Earth are still trying to decode it. But here's what they don't teach you in school. That code has an author, and his name is not a theory. His name is not a religion. His name is a person who loved you before your first heartbeat, before your first breath, before you even had a name. His name is Jesus Christ. Modern biology has confirmed something ancient scripture already knew. At the center of every living cell is DNA, a molecule so small it's invisible to the naked eye, yet inside it is stored more information than 1,000 books, a complete, personalized instruction manual written specifically for you. Scientists call it the language of life. The Gospel of John calls it something else. In the beginning was the Word. The Greek word used there is logos, meaning divine reason, divine intelligence, the organizing principle behind all of reality. Christ is not just a historical figure standing outside your biology. He is the Logos, the living Word who spoke your DNA into existence. Every protein folding in your body right now is a sentence in His language. You are not random. You are not an accident. You are a manuscript written by hand, by love itself. But here's where it gets deeply personal. Your nervous system has a nerve called the vagus running from your brainstem all the way down to your gut. Scientists call it the mind-body bridge. It regulates your heartbeat, your breathing, your immune response, your capacity for peace. When you are in chronic fear, chronic stress, chronic loneliness, this nerve shuts down. Your body enters survival mode, and you know what that feels like. That hollow, disconnected, what is the point feeling. Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you, not as the world gives." He wasn't speaking poetry. He was describing a biological reality that neuroscience would only discover 2,000 years later. When you surrender to Christ, when you stop carrying everything alone, something measurable happens in your body. Your cortisol drops, your vagal tone activates, your heart rate variability improves, your cells begin to repair. He called it peace. Science calls it physiological regulation. But you'll call it what it actually is: coming home. Every system in the universe tends toward decay, entropy, disorder, death. Stars burn out, cells die, empires fall. This is the second law of thermodynamics, and nothing in nature escapes it. Nothing, except one event in history. The resurrection of Jesus Christ was not a metaphor, it was not a legend, it was the singular moment when the author of life stepped into his own story and reversed the direction of entropy itself. He didn't just survive death, he redefined what life means. And because of that, the code inside your cells is not just biological information, it is a promise. You carry within you the blueprint of something eternal, something that cannot be destroyed. You were not made to just exist, you were made to overflow. So the next time you feel worthless, look at your hand. Billions of years of cosmic history encoded in 4 letters of DNA, organized into a being capable of love, of thought, of longing for something greater. That is not an accident. That is authorship. The cross is not a symbol of defeat, It is the most radical act of love in the history of the cosmos, the Creator dying for his creation. Not because he had to, because he wanted to. Because you were worth it to him before you were worth anything to yourself. You are seen, you are known, you are loved, not for what you've done, not for who you've become, but for what you are. You are his, and that was always the code.